Hey everyone, I'm back with another video on my channel that's related to articles, that is part 2 of articles. And today we are going to discuss about the other rules of articles, like where to use articles, where should we place articles when we come to certain sentences. Okay, so the next rule is here. In place of per, a and can be used. Now, what is per? The meaning of the word per is you must have read it in certain formulae that you have in physics, like certain units that we have, okay, like meter per kilometer per hour or meter per second, right? So that's per, which is in between, that we show with the slash sometimes, right? So here the word per means a single thing, something in singular, okay? So for that, in place of using per, we can even use it as a or an, depending upon again the word. If it's a consonant sound, we're going to use a. If it's a vowel sound, we're going to use it as an. Okay, so we have some examples here as, let's see, this car runs 20 kilometers a liter. Okay, so in place of per here, which we can write, which is a unit for measuring the distance, I mean the speed. Okay, so this car runs, that is the speed we are talking about. So to measure speed, we can say like kilometer per liter. So in place of per, we can always use articles, that is a liter, which means the same. So it can be, the word per can be replaced with an article, okay, depending upon the word which is here. Remember, the first alphabet should be like the sound of the consonant or a vowel, depends, decides whether we have to use a or an. Okay, let's go to the next one. This train runs 27 kilometers an hour. Okay, now here we have the last word, that is a noun, which is taken here is hour. Okay, so if you see, the word has the first alphabet as H, okay, which is a consonant, of course, but the sound is coming that of a vowel, right? Hour, okay. So for that purpose, we are using an in place of that. So in place of kilometer per hour, we can say kilometers an hour. Okay, all right, let's come to the next one. I earn 10,000 a month. Okay, so this is something, somebody's salary, okay, and the earnings of a particular person. So for that purpose, again, if you're talking about per month, like what on an average what do you earn, that's per month. So for that, you can use an article, either a or an, depending on the word that's coming after it. So again, we have month, the sound is coming that of a consonant, that's m. So that's why we're using a before it. Okay, so whenever we can use the word per, so we can always replace it with an article. All right, okay, let's move further. All right, yes, let's move further. Okay, so the next rule says, when a verb is used as a noun, it takes article a or an before it. Okay, now we know what are verbs, right? Verbs are action words. Yes, doing words, or just a second. Yeah, so these are action words that we have, verbs, okay? And whenever verb acts as a noun, it's used as a noun, okay? Like uh, he was walking. So walking here is a verb, but when we say he went for a walk, so here walk is acting as a noun. So whenever a verb is acting as a noun, there also with the verb, we are always using an article, either a or an. Okay, remember, whatever acts as a noun, we always have to use an article before it. Okay, let's see how it goes. Example 1, that is A. He goes for a walk daily. Now here, if we see, He goes for a walk. Okay, again, walk is acting as a noun here. So we check the first alphabet of the noun, that's walk, v. The sound is coming that of a consonant. So we are going to place a here, a walk daily, right? Let's go to the next one. He has gone for a ride. So he has gone for a ride, and yeah, so look at the word which is given here after the article, that's ride. Okay, so ride again is, if we use it as a verb, it will be riding, or he rides a bike. Okay, they ride a bike, then it's as a verb, but here it has been used as a noun. So if it's used as a noun, we always have to make sure that we'll be using an article before it. So ride, the first alphabet again, it's ride. So the sound is coming that of a consonant, and so we use a here, right? Let's come to the next one. I had an excellent conversation with them. Yes, again, we have used an here. Okay, so conversation, like when you're talking to somebody, again, it can be used as a verb. It is a verb. He had a conversation. When we say conversating, that means we were talking. I had a conversation. So the word conversating has changed to a noun, conversation. So again, we'll have to use an article, but there is also a word given here as excellent. Now, if we again go back and we remember, whenever an adjective is also used with a noun, we have to place an article before adjective, right? So excellent, we'll check the first alphabet, it is E, so we'll be placing an for a vowel, right? All right, let's move further. Okay, now last but not the least, there is another rule which comes and says, if many, rather, quite, such takes a singular noun after them, a or an is used before a noun. Okay, now I'm talking about these words. This rule is talking about these words, many. Just a sec. Yeah, many, rather, quite, or such. These four words. So whenever these four words are used in a sentence, you have to check very properly that after these words, are they using singular nouns? That is, count one noun. We are talking about singular noun. One citizen, many citizens. Okay, so are we talking about singular nouns? If yes, then you will be placing indefinite articles like either a or an before, after them. So after many, rather, quite, or such, you have to use an indefinite article based on the noun which has been used, provided the noun is singular in form. Okay, it is talking about one person or one abstract noun. Okay, we know what are abstract noun, that is those which are kind of feelings, right? Or anything, it should be singular noun which is singular. Okay, right, let's come to the first example. Many a citizen would welcome such a change. Now if you see here, many a citizen, many is given, so we have to use we have to check later on. The noun referring to here is citizen. Citizen means one resident of a country. Okay, and citizens means many. So here we are talking about one. So that's why whenever we talk about one, we are always going to use an article before it. Okay, now which article? Either a or an. Okay, how are we going to decide? Again, we'll check the first alphabet, it's C, citizen, S. So the sound is coming that of a consonant, and that's why we put a here. All right, next, it is rather a pity. Okay, again, if we check, it is rather a pity. Pity is an abstract noun which is like mercy. Okay, you're feeling sorry for somebody, right? Again, if we check the first alphabet, it is P, and the sound is coming that of P. So that's why we are going to use a here. Okay, we are going to use an article that is a here. Next, it was quite an impossible task. Now, if you see again, the noun here is task, but it has been used with an adjective which is placed here, impossible. What kind of task? Impossible, right? So again, we'll be placing the article before the adjective as the rule says, impossible. So we'll check the first alphabet. It's im, that is I, and the sound is also coming that of I. That's why we're going to place an. All right. So these are the ways in which you're going to take a lot of care and make sure that you use the correct indefinite articles wherever required. And we also know when to use indefinite articles. It's when we are talking about singular nouns, singular countable nouns, or singular nouns primarily. Okay, so hope it helps, and see you in the next video where I'll be discussing about definite articles. Okay, bye bye and take care.